Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob, and I'll be your dungeon master for tonight's episode of Curse of Strahd. We have Tim, Andrew, Stefano, and Michelle. Look a little, strange with those glasses on again. Every time you wear them, I get so confused. Anyway, oh, wait, Michelle, she's not here. That's right. Oh, yeah, forgot about that. But we have 3 of the 4 Grayscale gang to reprise their roles. We're back after a 1-week hiatus, but we are back and we're continuing to press on here. Michelle, unfortunately, cannot be with us here tonight, but she's with us in spirit. And we'll talk more about how it's going to affect the game in a minute. Let me just get my lights on here. While we're doing this, though, a couple of things. Audio. Everything sounds good, right, everybody? I feel like I was having a little bit of an audio issue trying to get on tonight, but I think it's all resolved. So let us know if everything's loud and clear. While we're also chatting here and doing things, do all the good YouTube stuff, meaning liking the video, subscribing, do all that good stuff, right, Stefano?
You bet.
Yeah,
I'm doing it right now.
good. I'm surprised you haven't already.
I'm already subscribed. But
Are you? Okay, good. Did you hit the bell though? That's my question to you.
I never see a bell. I never understand that.
Yeah, I did hit the bell.
There's a little bell.
All notifications.
There's a little bell, Andrew. You never seen the bell?
Is that when you do it on the computer?
It's the thing that.
Good question. I would assume that it's on mobile and computer, but
yeah, you could hit the bell on your phone.
There you go.
Right.
It Maybe gives you notifications. So, like, a half an hour before we were supposed to start, it said, Curse of Strahd starting in 30 minutes.
That's right. So we're starting a little later tonight. It's 9:00 here on the East Coast. We're gonna get a game in. We're gonna press on without Michelle. We're doing a chat today. I think we have a way to get story reasons why Dione could be maybe not present now. So we're gonna dive into the game very soon. Quickly though, just a quick one here. Since we don't have a lot of time for an icebreaker, we're gonna do hot takes. Maybe they'll be cold takes. Who knows? But we're gonna do some hot takes from everybody here because it's freezing in the Northeast. It's been record low temperatures. So we're going to do, by the way, Andrew, I told you I didn't know it. I thought about this. Was it with you, Stefano? You had a hot take or somebody had a hot take?
Oh, about Better Call Saul versus Breaking Bad?
Maybe that was our first one. That was TV related, yeah. But I want a hot take about something else, something that's not TV. Obviously, that was our favorite TV shows. Hot take. And let's do it. Who wants to go first?
Can we define hot take?
Hot take, Andrew. It's an American term. It would be unfamiliar to someone who grew up in the motherland, Britain. Hot take is something that you believe that other people, the general population may disagree with.
Okay, I got one.
Go ahead.
And it's about the Olympics.
Ooh, poignant.
All right, my hot take is that everyone that says that they like curling is only because it's really stupid and kind of a joke.
Oh my God, I love curling.
I know, but it's like because it's a meme, that's why you like it.
No, I love it. I love watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Great. We live near one of the premier curling groups in the nation. Did you know this?
I did not.
Yeah, Ardsley, the Ardsley Curling Club or something or whatever.
That is wild. I grew up there.
What? Did you really?
I went to Ardsley High School.
I did not know this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I thought you were from up north a bit. Okay, wow. Interesting.
I am now.
Well, that's awesome. Well, it's in your, well, I don't know if we call it your blood. It's in your hometown.
It is. It's definitely not in my blood.
So you don't like curling? You don't like the sport? You think it's silly?
I mean, I like it, but it's very silly.
It does look pretty silly, I will say. All right, that's a hot take right there, and that's on ice. I forgot. I should have gone with my hot take as well. I'm a big breakfast foods kind of guy, but you know what? Breakfast food I think is highly overrated. Both waffles and pancakes, highly overrated. If I never had a waffle or a pancake again in the rest of my life, I would be fine. Wouldn't even think about it. I feel like Tim's a pancake kind of guy. Look at this guy. He's eating pancakes right now.
I'm a huge pancake guy. I wish it was a pancake. It's a cookie my girlfriend bought me.
Oh.
Huge pancake guy. Huge waffle guy. Every other breakfast food overrated. Who wants an omelet?
I do.
Not me.
I love
No,
omelets.
not me. Absolutely not.
Eggs own breakfast.
I took the day after the Super Bowl off. My buddy was like, "You want to go to a diner for breakfast?" I was like, "Yeah, we got time." He gets a cowboy omelet. I'm like, "What are you, insane? We go to a diner? You don't get pancakes?"
He's a smart man.
It's nuts.
What's in the cowboy? Is that like just a bunch of meats?
It's like peppers and onions and just like kind
Oh.
of like it's similar to like huevos rancheros, but they just wrap it all up. It's
Okay.
It's not.
Yeah.
All omelets are bad equally. I don't like omelets. Omelets are the worst breakfast choice. You're wrong about pancakes. Wrong about waffles.
All right. Well, what's your hot take, Tim?
My hot take is I've got a whole list. I have to look in my phone notes app because I've got a running list of hot takes to say for situations like this. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready for any time I get stuck in an elevator. I have nothing but hot takes. Today's hot take is that the Skyrim political subplot is way in the actual game. I've spent hours and hours and hours switching between, do I support Ulfric Stormcloak or the Emperor? I don't care about dragons. I don't care about High Hrothgar. I don't care about the Throne of the World or Paarthurnax. None of that. None of that matters to me. You know what matters? Who is going to control Skyrim?
I never played, so I have no idea what any of the things you just said mean, but I'm with you. Man. I feel like your passion, you've persuaded me.
Yeah, no, like the game itself, it's a phenomenal game. You haven't played it. You know, everyone should play it at some point. But like the whole thing is like you go out and you are the Dragonborn trying to stop dragons, and I think that's like a fine plot. I'm much more invested in the control of Skyrim as a political entity.
Dragonborn trying to stop other Dragonborn or dragons?
Other like actual like dragons, like dungeon dragons, flying around dragons.
I mean, Stefano and Andrew, isn't that just basically Rogal's character arc? That's Joey's character arc, right? A Dragonborn trying to stop other dragons and then failing at it, probably?
I guess so.
I thought he was a Dragonborn that ate humans.
He was. He's given that up. Andrew, what's your hot take?
Oh man. My hot take is I was reading a book, The Malaysian Tales of the Fallen. Do people know what I'm talking about? It's this fantasy book.
Okay.
Anyway, there's a character in that. Oh, this is going to be lame because I can't remember the names. There's this group of people in that are like part of this empire, the Malaysian Empire, and they have a group of people. It's called the Bridge Burners, and the leader of them is called Whiskey Jack. And despite the Malaysian Empire, not respecting him, treating him badly, he tries to still fight well for the Bridge Burners because there's only a few of them left because they're being assassinated by their own people. By like continuing to take over new lands for the Empire and fight for them, and he's really good at being loyal to his men. And my hot take is that he is a douche because he still fights the Malaysian Empire, even though they're trying to kill him, and he commits atrocities in their name. And so I was just having this argument with someone the other day whether he was a douche or not. They said that because he was loyal to his men and he was like, had good character traits, he was not a douche, but I said he was. This doesn't mean anything to me. If you give me like a category of a hot take, maybe I think of a better hot take.
Okay, no, this is great. I don't know this. It's like Skyrim. I just don't know it, but the way you talked about it right now, just like the way Tim talked about the political intrigue in Skyrim, I believe you. I'm on your team.
Malaysian Book of the Fallen.
Malaysian.
Yeah.
Who writes this?
By Stephen Erickson. And the first book was basically a D&D campaign that he decided to write a book about. And then he got really into it and wrote a 10-book epic fantasy series.
Have you read the whole thing?
I have read the first book.
Gardens of the Moon, is that the one?
Gardens of the Moon, yes.
Wow, okay. Wow, this looks good. This looks like a good series.
It's good, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
That's my hot recommendation.
From the first thing is what people ask on Google is Malaysian a difficult read? The answer is yes. Is it a hard book to read?
It has a cast of characters in the front that you will need to refer to.
Oh, okay.
But generally, you just need to chill out. Yeah, like if you don't remember a bit, it's fine. It's
okay.
It's you just read it. It's
like most books. It'll remind you of what you need to know.
Yeah, it's like kind of it's good. A series of vignettes more than anything else, really. But yeah, read it and tell me if you think Whiskey Jack is cool or a douche.
Okay, and if you're a Malaysian fan out there, let us know your take here. your hot
Right.
takes. And if you have any other hot takes, comment down below. Do all the good stuff.
And I've
All
only
right.
read the first book, so if he does cool things in the other 9, I apologize.
Well, it's fine. Speaking of a group of heroes that only did cool things in the first 2 seasons of a book, we have the Grayscale Gang. Let's see if the 3rd season can compete with the other 2. What do you say?
Well, we
Ready
already
to-
done
Let's
cool
do it.
things in this season, so
Hot
Yes,
take
you
only
have.
my
better.
hot take is we're already done cool things.
You have. This group has done a lot in the first episode. Let's recap it, and then we'll jump into Grayscale. So, first things first. Yes, diving into the recap, you escaped Castle Ravenloft. Not many people can say that. That is something that is a feat that you alone possess, especially for the people that live here in Barovia. Going into Ravenloft is typically a one-way ticket, but you were able to survive. You had a brilliant plan, a game plan, where the Keepers of the Feather, who usually do covert sort of operations, helped you infiltrate and escape the castle while Strahd was away. And even though you encountered Rahadin through the help of Esmeralda, Emil, and the other cast of characters like Davian Mardukov, you were able to escape and get out with the skull that could light the beacon at Argynvostolt, and you were able to get the prisoners and people that you came for. The only person who got stuck behind was Aurel, who we said goodbye to at the end of season 2. So that was impressive. And then after that, you ended up going back to Argynvostolt. The Keepers of the Feather went back to Vallaki, or scattered amongst the realm of Barovia. And then when you got back to Argynvostolt, you met Sir Godfrey, and he ushered you up into the beacon. Once you put the skull back and Argynvost's spirit could go to rest, you then placed the fires in the beacon, and the rest of the guardians also went to rest. They disappeared, these revenants, right before your eyes, finally at peace. And so now the beacon is lit, and we left on a scene where various cities throughout the towns throughout the realm can see the beacon. The beacon is visible seemingly from multiple locations. We saw people looking at it in the village of Barovia. We saw villagers looking on from Vallaki, from Kresk, and even from the swamps, a strange silhouetted figure. And we pick back up here at the beacon. So I'll let you have the floor. Rufus, you just lit the beacon. What do you do?
I stand back in awe of the beacon's magnificence.
You look at it. It's a massive beacon. It's a 10-foot by 10-foot beacon, and I'm going into grayscale. Don't worry, everybody. I know Stefano's very concerned
Yeah,
about this.
I'm not able to do this not in grayscale.
Not in grayscale? Okay, here we are. We're going in.
No.
So this beacon is lit. The fire blazing. What emotions come over all of you? Rufus, we'll start with you. Obviously, you step back and to sit back and awe at its glory. What do you do now?
Well, what emotion? Well, I wouldn't tell or communicate this to anyone, but I feel a sense of relief. I feel we haven't had that many true successes, and this is a true success. We've been able to let the knights of this place dissipate and rest in peace. So that's a success, if nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
We've infiltrated Strahd, we've rescued Emor and Rictavio. Been pretty happy.
Yeah. What about you, Canas?
Well, what is the sky like? Does it look like it's piercing through the fog or something like that?
Not quite. It did rain the night that you went to the castle, but when you were leaving, even by the time you left, the rain had stopped and you were able to see the moon up in the sky. So it wasn't like a totally covered night. So no, I wouldn't say that there's any residual fog right now here, but as the morning approaches, possibly.
And when I just look around, because we're pretty high up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does it kind of just give a sense of, this place is just shrouded in gloom and darkness?
Certainly.
Does it
and
give a sense of of like light, you know.
I mean, the light and the warmth of this fire probably feels good in the immediate vicinity, but like, yeah, I mean, you look around at the place. I mean, it's just woods, and you see in the distance the small smoke, smoke from cities, things like that. It's very far away, though. Of course, it's but the beacon being its up sort of like elevated position can see most places through the forests and stuff like that, but it's just very far away. Like the castle looms the most furthest away, but the beacon, as the book says, it can be seen from pretty much all the major cities
I think
or towns.
Maybe for the first time since being in this awful place, Canas just has like a feeling of warmth inside of his body.
And that's great, because that's how Rufus feels. Do we go for the trifecta here? Tim, does Laurent feel any sort of hope?
To say, if Rufus and Canas won't say it, Laurent certainly will. We have taken some L's in Barovia, to say the least, and this finally feels like we have done something right and seen a tangible reward, and not someone else being like, "Hey, idiot, you messed the plump again." This feels fantastic.
Esmeralda says, "I'm sure this will draw some looks. I'm sure Strahd will not be happy about this. We best be going soon."
The kind of feedback I was looking to avoid, Esmeralda. I just said, this is so positive. Please,
yes,
it's
a glorious victory. Yes, I'm thrilled, but Rictavio needs assistance. He can't rest out here in this cart. He needs to go. And you, Rufus, quickly, the sword. Test your theory.
Ah, yes, the sword. I was so caught up in the victory here, and I'll pick up the sword. I just want to look around the beacon. Is there anything else of note in the area, or is it just literally a beacon?
No, this is the rooftop of Argynvost and Argynvost Holt, the mansion. It's not just a regular home. It was like a fortress, like a keep, and there's areas where it looked like there might have been like what's the word here? Weaponry, like what's it called? I don't have the page right now, but there's like maybe what are those like large crossbows called? Like off the top of my head, I cannot remember. A ballista. A ballista.
Yeah.
It looked like there might have been those machinery here at some point, long since have been destroyed. There were ramparts that have been now crumbling, and you were on some of them earlier, but guards no longer patrol these areas. It's just run down, ruined roof of the keep.
I look around. And in my mind, I thought I would get some kind of reward from these knights, but never mind. And I look at the sword again and the beacon, and I'll touch the edge of the hilt into the fire.
Andrew, as you take out the hilt. Yeah, and I'm going to actually go probably to our Roll20 screen in a second here, maybe. Let me just make sure we're on the right page, because I think I had you on a strange page by accident. There we go. You take the sword hilt out, and this sword is like we had described when you got it. This sword, the hilt of it is ornate, clearly stylized. It's got little gemstone in the middle of it. It's no hilt, right? Or sorry, just the hilt, no blade, completely empty, void of any sort of blade. You've inspected this many times.
Right.
However, when you hold it out, you can feel a warmth coming from the hilt. It almost feels hot to the touch, but doesn't hurt you.
But there's no blade.
No, but what do? Do you place it somewhere?
Well, I'll hold it in the fire of the beacon.
Oh, did you say that? I might have missed it. I thought you just said you took the hilt out. Never mind.
I take the heat out, I inspect it, and I place it so it's just tense, and I slowly put it more and more into the fire.
Yeah.
And I lift it up higher as well to the apex of the heat generation.
Yeah. So you place it into the beacon, and after a moment, it gets hot, maybe even hotter than it felt before, maybe almost to the point where you want to let it go. And nothing. You pull back the blade. There's nothing there. The hilt, there's nothing there. But it is hot.
Has it changed in any way?
The heat, you can feel it. Even though you take it away, it feels hot as well. Yeah.
Looks like I still have not mastered this magical item. Perhaps
But
the
it-
Gwaindire Lord will show me later.
But you do feel the heat, Andrew. That's for sure. You can. It's like the heat was happening, like the emanating from it when you first pulled it out of your pack, and it still keeps that heat, retains the heat.
What if I do some moves with it?
What do you do?
I'll go up to the edge, and I'll just do some moves. I'll pretend like it is a sword.
Give me a Arcana check, Rufus.
Yep. Mm. 15.
You're not an expert in magical weapons or anything like that, but your, study of magic in general has led you to believe that you might require attunement to this weapon. You might need to do something, perform some sort of ritual, but it feels like magic has been imbued into it, unlike it was before. The beacon has awoken some sort of magic in it.
When I feel something in the sword, something's changed. Maybe it's judged me worthy now we have completed this quest. I will study this sword when we get into a safer place. I'll put it back. I think we have been successful here, my friends.
I agree. It seems that sword will be instrumental in destroying Strahd for good.
The tables have turned on Strahd. His torment.
Esmeralda and Rictavio didn't know anything about the sword, right? It was just the Knights of Hagenbost. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't know anything about the sword. She'll again say, now that we've done it, let's go. We shouldn't stay here much longer. Lingering will only cause suspicion.
I agree.
Let us go. And she'll start to head towards the stairwell that leads down off of the beacon's tower and back down to the graveyard where you left the cart. Emil is with you still. He is the leader of the werewolf pack, of course. He is not nearly as injured as Rictavio is. Rictavio is still unconscious, but he seems to be there tending to his body, making sure that he's okay, that he's if anything were to happen, he was kind of going to be the lookout, but he's too tired to have climbed all the way up to the tower. So he's there in the cart tending to Rictavio von Richten. And Esmeralda comes back and she says, well, it looks like we're going to be heading back to the tower now. I'm not sure where you fit in all of this. Emil, is right? And Emil looks at all of you. He nods. He says, I never got to say this last time, but thank you. I don't know how long I was down there, but I have to get back to my pack.
Yes, I don't know if we had a chance to tell you, but we've met your pack. There was a female wolf in particular that was very keen for us to rescue you.
There's been a bit of a change in leadership in your absence.
Yes. He says that is what was her name now? I'm looking at my notes here.
I'm also trying to find it.
I feel like there's so many characters we know at this point.
I've got Skenis, Email, Kellen, Yana.
Yeah, that one, the female, the last one. What was it?
Kellen.
Yana?
Yana?
That's his mate. And Kirill, who is the he's the one who was the betrayer, took over his pack. And so he mentions that he needs to get back to his pack and make things right. He says, but I don't believe that I'm ready. I'm too weak.
Did you find it hard to control the curse in this state?
Of course not, he says.
You always have it under control.
Always. And he says that with certainty. And
Is-
Dione is not here with us right now. I mean, Michelle, excuse me. But Dione, who would be here, would kind of look down maybe at this point. And you get the sense that Emil senses something is off, just like all the other were creatures have done with her in the past. and
Does
he
email
seems
wear
certain
the-
that he can control it.
Does he wear the same necklace amulet that they gave to her, or does he just do it? He's got.
He does
willpower?
not. Yeah. You can ask that you can ask about that if you want, but I don't know if that's something you want to even allude to.
No, I just want to notice that he doesn't have it, and then I'll let Dione unpack that later.
You do remember that Canas, who was the elder werewolf, had said after your confrontation with him that if Dione would like to learn how to control it the way that werewolves control it, then she would need to go to the pack and meet them at a full moon. And the Keepers of the Feather are not werewolves. They seem to believe, Canas seems to believe that werewolves need to learn from other werewolves, and that were-ravens are a different entire entity entirely. It's not as compatible as you'd think.
The blood curse is not apples to apples.
Exactly. It's like apples and avocados.
They're both fruit.
Here we go. Email and Zulika. And
That was it.
Skenis.
Zulika was the one. Yes, excuse me. Zulika. I have a million werewolf names in my notes here because I also had werewolves that were like I needed other NPC werewolves in addition to the ones they gave us. I have so many names here. So yeah, that was it. It was Zulika, Skenis, Email. Those were like original pack people. And then Kirill's the one that is working for Strahd.
Wasn't their hideout kind of separate from where Kirill was leading all of them, or is that where everyone was?
No,
hanging
that's
out?
the werewolf den. It's the same place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we leaving? Should we leave?
Yeah.
As we go, I want to ask ML and Mills, what was it like? Can you tell us any information about Strahd? What did he do to you?
That's the crazy thing. I never even met with anyone. The only person that I saw was that dusk elf for just a brief moment before I was shackled down in the dungeon.
Rahadin.
Whatever
How
his
were you-
name is.
How were you captured?
Kirill. He betrayed me. The rest of the pack, who had pledged allegiance to him, felt like it was the best bet. He was being controlled by the devil himself. So why not? Betrayed me. Brought me to the castle. And I was locked
Who-
away.
And who physically put you in the cell?
It's a good question. I don't know
Was
that it
that
says.
Crazy guy that what's his name? Tried to he's like, oh, I'll feed you, and then we opened the pantry and it was like zombies.
Yeah, what's his name? Bellevue. He's one of the Bellevues.
Yeah.
Cloven Bellevue, maybe, or I forget his name now. But he's brothers of the Bellevue. He looked similar to the Bellevue that you met at the monastery, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, there were Otto and Cloven Bellevue at the monastery, and then another Bellevue at the in Ravenloft. Cyrus Bellevue is the one that was in Ravenloft. Mongrel folk.
He was the worst.
So you start to get out of here because you can have this conversation while you're walking.
Yeah.
Obviously, Emil and Von Richten are riding along in the wagon. The rest of you are marching alongside, and Esmeralda's horse is pulling the cart, and you're headed towards his tower. But yeah, so you asked who put you there, and it would just be another servant, possibly a Cyrus Bellevue himself, or one of the other many creatures of the night that work for Strahd. He wasn't sure, and to be fair, he was beaten nearly to death by the rest of the werewolf pack when he was brought in. So it's not something that he has a vivid memory of, but he does remember seeing the Dusk Elf Rahadin and the noise, or I should say, the choir that he heard in his mind when that creature approached him. He remembers that vividly.
and why do you think the werewolf pack would have you back? I mean, Zulika would have you back, and we spoke to Skenis, but the others, they
That's true.
betrayed you.
I don't know that I would have their allegiance. I'd have to win it back. I
Would
need to
you like
rest.
it back?
Skenis,
Would you
Skenis
like-
and Zulika, didn't they task us to bring the email back?
Yes, but how do we know the other werewolves will support? Would you wipe them out if you could, Emil?
Kirill for certain. But I'm not that type of leader. I'm not the one to deal out just senseless retribution.
I was under the impression that there was a group of werewolves that supported your cause, Emil.
I hope there are.
But there may be a fight, certainly, to win some of them back.
Yes, and that's why I need to rest. Perhaps I can stay with you for the time being. Where do you stay? Where are you?
We are based in Crest currently.
We are
Kresk.
we are kind of all over the place, but I do feel that we do have a place in Kresk to go to.
Kresk will not be home to me. I can be certain of that. They'll never let me through the gates.
Von Richten's tower. Rictavia's tower.
Same.
Esmeralda says that could be a place. I could keep him and Rictavio there, nurse them both to health, and
Well,
then we
can't
can
just-
we can
we
plan
can't
our
drop-
assault.
We can't go to Crest and we can't drop him off with the werewolves. They just kill him.
Let me look at him.
For now.
Let me look at over them at the tower, and then we can contemplate our next steps
Perhaps we
once
can
everyone's
send
healed.
Zalika to you, Emil.
He says, "Don't, no, I don't want that yet. If you tell her that I'm here, then she won't stop. She'll come to find me, and that could ruin the entire plan. I don't trust that she wouldn't be followed or hunted. No. We don't want anybody on our tail."
Can I whisper to Laurent?
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable with all these werewolves. They're evil creatures.
As you, Laurent then looks over to Dione.
Now we have 3 and Camilla as well.
Multiplying.
Soon there'll be more of them than us.
I agree, Rufus, and I think that we need to make sure Dione can get it under control before we adopt any more stray pets between children and dogs. We are soon to be overrun.
Yes.
First things first, though, we need to get him healed up before we can abandon him. And then also make sure Dione can control her own curse. But I agree, like, certainly the idea of taking on more and more unstable people is difficult.
Maybe I
So-
I believe you have to keep an open mind. We may need these werewolves on our side when we storm Castle Ravenloft.
Yes, I feel we can use the evil against the greater evil.
I love it. I love that Rufus just like has this distrust of the wolves and dogs, canines in general, and it's spilling out into the plans and everything. I love it. So the group I know wants to. So just add a meta game a minute. The plan is going to be we're going to drop Emil off with Esmeralda and Von Richten in the tower to heal. She'll tend to them, and when they are both able and ready, your next steps can be planned. She'll come to Kresk with them, and you can coordinate your next steps. At this point, though, if you want to say anything else to either of those characters, you can. Von Richten will not be awake until you get to, by the time you get to the tower, so it would be tough to talk to him. But if you want any questions for Emil or Esmeralda, let me know, and then we can move to Kresk.
I feel, my friends, that we should leave Rictavio. I can't not call him Rictavio. I should leave the equipment we took for him with him again.
The suit of armor?
The suit of armor, the vampire hunting equipment, the
Did we
crossbow.
did we take the skull?
There was a shrunken head, I believe, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't-
we should perhaps
Didn't
we should leave
Dione
that as
take
well.
his shrunken head?
Dione, will you leave the shrunken head?
Ah, the shrunken head. Yes, I believe this shrunken head.
Great.
Sorry, Michelle. This is what happens when you're not here.
he who knows what it's for, but it may be the key.
Clearly, it must be important to him.
the key to destroying Strahd for good.
All right. So here's what'll happen then. You'll leave his original, items that you took from his tower with Esmeralda. Emil will help her, and you'll help him get him into the tower and situated. And she says he looks on the verge of death. It will take quite a while for him to recover, but when we can, we'll come to you. Stay in Kresk.
Perhaps I can pray a minute with him if you will leave me.
Esmeralda looks at you a little puzzled, but she'll allow it. She looks to the rest of you.
Just leave me alone with him a minute.
She'll leave.
Are you referring to all of us?
Yes, everybody.
All right, I'll step outside with Esmeralda and Emil.
What
I'll
about
give
you,
him
Canas?
10.
Yeah, I'll step out.
And remember, this is a pretty intricate tower. There's an elevator and all these different things. So it's not like you just easily walk out, but eventually the elevator will go down. You'll step out of the tower. You're on the top floor with him.
I'll look at him. I'll try and wake him up. Hello?
How would you imagine he would be? He'd be resting. He has a bed himself. So I'd imagine he'd be in his bed. Maybe there's a fire lit now so that he can be warm, and maybe we've put some, medicinal herbs or something like that. They've been trying to nurse him to drink some tea with something in it, to give him a little bit more energy. But he's still asleep. He's been pretty much knocked out. So you shake him, he doesn't wake.
Can I see what he's got on his person?
He has nothing on his person. He was basically in just his clothes, which were tattered. He had no items or things like that in the dungeon cells, so he has nothing with him.
I'll kneel down. I'll put my hand on his chest. Power of the Gwain Lord infuse this man. I'll give him 10 lay on hands points.
I like this. Hit points aren't his issue, but you know how lay on hands can also do some things like cure a disease.
Yeah,
or
5 points can cure diseases.
Yeah, and this is not game mechanics here, but I feel the need to do something here. So Andrew, when you press your hands to his chest and let the light of the Gwain Lord in, he'll open his eyes just ever so briefly, sees you, and he's squinting. His eyes are flickering. The pupils are kind of going everywhere. They're kind of searching the area. He doesn't really quite have the focus yet, and he grabs you right by the chest. Grabs you by your what do you wear here? Like a cloak or what kind of shirt do you wear typically?
I have a woolen cloak over scale mail.
Okay, so then definitely he'll grab the cloak, maybe even the top of the mail, and pull you towards him. And he looks at you, and he just says, "The heart." And then he'll and he'll pass out. He's not dead. You check his pulse. But he definitely had a surge of energy when you did that. And he's now mumbling to himself. And he's singing a song, Rufus. You've never heard this, so no need to make a check here. But he is singing a song. He sings a song that says, I have the lyrics here that he's going to... You put your head closer to his mouth to hear it. He's whispering it. And it's mumbly and whispery, but he says, "A bell that rings without sound." And he says this in a lyrical way, in a melodic way, I should say. But again, and then he says, "The heart, his heart." And this is a low whisper, barely audible. You have to get your ear close to his face to hear it.
The heart, his heart.
Yep.
I continue to listen.
And that's it. He kind of repeats it maybe once or twice and then falls asleep.
Now, Rufus has complete faith that the Gwain Lord has infused him and he will be healed.
Mm-hmm.
He feels satisfied. He can feel the power's gone out of him.
for now.
Yes.
Good. Excellent. I love it. Do you
Leaves.
call the other group back, or do you go down? Is that the
I go
next step?
down.
You go down. Okay.
Kind of while we're down there with Esmeralda, I just kind of want to ask her, what do you think the old man's chances are? He looked pretty dodgy in there.
It doesn't look good, I'll admit it. He looks like he's malnourished. He looks like he hasn't been able to move. He's been stuck there in those conditions of the wet dungeon. I'm sure he's sick. But hopefully the herbs can help him get back to some sort of baseline, and then we can improve his health from there. Keeping him warm, keeping him dry, changing his clothes, making sure that he has everything he needs to fight will be important. The next few days will be vital.
Do you think he'll be back to fighting strength at any point?
Hard to tell, but what we need most is the information that he has promised to tell.
About how long do you think we should expect before we see you again in Kresk?
Let's see how the next few days go, perhaps a week or so, and if he's able to move, then I will communicate that. I could always send for you. I could send a message, perhaps email even. Well, that will be difficult. He won't be able to get in through the walls, but I'll find a way to contact you. The most important thing is not to leave Kresk.
Sorry,
Very
I forgot
well.
that.
Because we have a few things that we need to attend to as well. So hopefully
Excellent.
a week will take care of it.
Excellent.
I'll walk in.
How'd it go,
Yes.
Rufus?
The power of the Gwain Lord. I felt it. I feel he will heal. It will take time, but he will heal.
What did you do?
I offered prayer.
Ah, guess that can't hurt.
In a place like this, it certainly seems to help once in a while.
Farewell for now, my friends. You've done well. And she, puts a hand on each of your shoulders, making sure that you understand she actually is grateful. It's in her eyes that you can see it, rather than necessarily her words. But she'll leave you be. You head out. Emil and her will wave from the tower's entrance as the rest of you head off to the road to Kresk. Take you the rest of the day to get there, and so by nightfall, you get back to the village. All the way,
Before or after
Andrew.
they close the gates?
Before. All the way,
Oh.
Andrew, by the way, I feel like maybe it's just almost like a habit. I feel like the Rufus maybe feels to the hilt that's at his side, right? The sun sword. Where do you keep it in your bag?
Yeah, keep it close to me.
You keep it close, so maybe on your belt?
No, I don't display it.
Gotcha, okay.
It's
So
in a
then-
bag, but I don't. Keep
Every
it
time
more
you
than a
stop
foot
or
away from me.
pause, yeah, exactly. You don't want anybody to just see that you have it. I get that.
Right, I
Every
don't
time you stop or pause, you maybe feel it. If you grab something in your bag and your hand brushes up against it,
yeah,
you still notice it's pretty warm, hot.
I'm so excited to get to Kresk and have some time with it.
And you do. So you get to Kresk. At the end of the night, you get there just before the gates are closing. The people that are there, the guards, and everyone lets you in. They recognize you, obviously. And Kresk is a strangely situated village. I think I've described to you before as sort of like a commune sort of place. There's chickens and livestock that are shared, and everybody's there has got their job. But one of the first buildings you see when you get into Kresk is the I guess he would be he's the Burgomeister. His house, that is Dmitri Kreskov. That's his home. He's one of the first homes that you see on the road in. It's actually the biggest house, but it's also one of the first ones that you see. You have to pass it pretty much to get to any other location in it. Actually, Aurel's house is next door, isn't it?
Yep.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So you walk past it as you're heading to Aurel's home, and people in there are curious. The people that are along the road that see you are they look to you. They maybe the ones that got to know your names throughout the time you were there greet you, and they say, "I hope you've brought good news," and everybody seems pretty hopeful as you walk in, and they've all seen the beacon. You can even see it yourself now. It's nighttime is approaching. You can see the light off in the distance. It's very small, very, very small, but you can see it. So
I'll shout out to everybody. The beacon is lit. Peace has come to Argynvast. Argynvast, ghosts are now at rest. The beacon is lit.
Do you see this light? This light is Barovia's hope.
even these small little lines that you say start to attract more people. And even though Kresk is a small village, you get a lot of people, maybe about a dozen or so people that have come and are now like, you know, whispering and talking to each other. Smiles are spreading across the people. Light snow also begins to fall. It is colder here in Kresk, and there's already some snow on the ground. You finally get to your, toward the burgomaster's mansion, and you can see outside in the back of the house as you're passing by it is Anna. Anna is his wife. You remember that when you met him, he mentioned that his youngest child, Ilya, had passed away. It looks as though in the time that you've left, Ilya's gravestone has been created. And like most of the villagers in Kresk, they bury their dead like in their backyard, essentially. So she is outside in the back of their home looking at the four gravestones of she's looking at the four gravestones of her four children. The newest one is what she's standing over. She's not crying, though, just staring at the gravestone. She doesn't even look up as you pass by. I have art of her and her husband, who actually, I just realized there was art, never showed it to you before, so I'm going to do that. What's your, what do you want to do now? Do you want to head directly to Aurel's house, where you left Irina and Camilla, or?
I think that's where I would want to head first.
Okay.
I'd be eager to see Irina again.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Let's do that. Here's the scene that you... not the scene, excuse me, the artwork that I wanted to show you. Here you go. Dmitri and Anna Preskov. Is that what you imagined? Because I was not what I imagined.
I didn't think they were warriors.
I imagine them much less competent.
Let's recruit them.
So Dmitri, I'll be honest with you, I did not expect him to be like a head shorter than his wife, but he is. He is bald. I think that the basic description just he's an older gentleman, like 50 years old or so. He had almost adult kids, right? His youngest was 14, and so he had like almost adult kids. And then Anna's his grieving wife, but the two of them are there. And yeah, you see her outside. You don't see him. He's not around, but she is outside looking at the gravestones, especially the new one. It seems that she's standing over that one. You get back to Aurel's home, and Irina, classic moment, opens the door to the outside. Looks, she's carrying maybe a bucket to be filled with water, and she looks out and she drops the bucket. It falls to the ground, and she runs over to all of you, and she'll immediately run to Rufus, give you a big hug first before embracing the rest of you all. And she's like, "My friends, you're back."
Yeah. You're safe. I'm so relieved. Look,
yes.
The beacon is lit. Hope has come.
I knew that was you. She looks to the rest of you as well, Laurent, Canas, Dione. She says, "I knew that you had succeeded when I saw the beacon lit. I have never seen the beacon lit in my whole life. All that time that I've lived here in the village and elsewhere, never seen it lit. And I don't know anyone who's alive that has."
We have much to catch up on. We unfortunately lost Aurel in the castle.
Oh.
As far as we know, he could still be alive, but he did not come back with us.
That's terrible. Terrible.
I say we all have a glass of goat milk in his honor.
Camilla will be so upset.
No
And-
goat milk for Camilla.
You hear from the back in the house as Camilla steps into the doorframe. Upset about what? And she looks to all of you like she's just said something she shouldn't. That would be Irina.
Camilla. I'll walk over to her, put my hand on her shoulder. How
She
are you
looks
feeling?
good. She looks healthy.
That's wonderful.
You can see like the rosiness come back to her cheeks. Her blonde hair looks a little bit styled a little different, a little longer actually. I mean, it's not, you haven't been gone that long, but like she's styling it a little bit differently. She's had it maybe down now that she's been sick for so long. But she's happy to see all you, but she's curious. What happened?
We were successful. We got the skull out of Strahd's keep, and now the beacon is lit. And isn't that just great? And I'll look at Rufus. Oh, I'm sorry, Canas.
What?
We did it. We're successful. We
Where's
We
Orel?
raided-
She says.
We raided Strahd's own homestead, and we rescued a mill. We rescued Rictavio. They're resting in the tower now, Rictavio's tower. We got separated from Orel in the castle. We don't believe she is injured, but we had to leave.
Orel is 100% definitely fine. He's a very competent warrior.
She had to sacrifice herself to save the rest of us.
She is also a...
Right, Dasha is
We
playing
had
Orel,
to sacrifice the rest
but yes.
of us.
Wow.
He survived worse.
She's like
Camilla.
really upset because she was hoping that everyone would come back. And you can see that in her eyes. She looks a little distraught, but she says, I have to say, I didn't expect the mission to go as well as it sounded. She says, but I started to get better over the last few days. I feel stronger, better. I had hope. But poor Orel.
Well, he was very old.
That's true. Yeah, he was old. You're right. She says, her teenage sort of sense of humor coming back. I'm sure he'll be all right. Irina
That's
says.
lots of wisdom.
Yeah.
Camilla, you look much better. How are you feeling?
I dare I say better than ever? And she looks at Dione, and I'm sure Dione at this point would say something along the lines of, it is natural to feel this way, something like that.
Have you been able to pick up your training again?
No, I've just been resting, but I do feel good. But I worry what'll happen at the next full moon.
We can burn that bridge when we get there. For right now, let's just get you mostly better.
Yes, don't worry. We have a plan for that.
I'm gonna ping
Irina-
Divine Sense.
Divine Sense does not sense lycanthrope, so you don't sense anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Irina says, I was just going to get water. Perhaps we can have a drink of goat's milk when I return?
Perfect.
Excellent, she says to all of you. She hugs you again, all of you, and then heads off towards the pool. And when she's gone out of sight, the burgomaster, Dimitri, comes to you. He starts to approach you from his home, which is, not that far. But Dimitri says, "You're back, friends. Good news. I saw the beacon. We all did. There's so much hope right now. Please tell me."
Yes, the beacon is lit. We infiltrated Strahd's lair, rescued our friend, and Argynvast hold is at peace.
It was your doing, wasn't it? I knew it. Knew it. He says, I haven't felt this way since many years. I can't thank you enough. Though, I do have to urge you something, okay? I fear, though, some retaliation. I know that you were secretive, and I'm sure that you came here. It's been days since the beacon's lit. 2 days since the beacon's been lit. You're sure no one followed you, that the devil does not know you're here.
We were sure. We were careful. We flew out. We changed paths several times.
Okay. He takes a deep breath, exhales. My wife has been taking things very, very hard. I tried to show her the silver lining. He looks over across the street, and you can see her still there standing, snow now collecting on her and the gravestones. He says, but I fear she's taken a turn to depression. It's only understandable, of course, but I'm worried about her.
When you despair, you turn your back on the Gwain Lord. She must have hope.
Yes.
I'm sorry about your fourth, Dimitri.
Thank you. It's been rough. Very difficult time for us and our family, but I know that this community will get through it. We always do. Plus, there is a positive. Did you hear? It seems like, and she, let me see, hold on one second, I just gotta find the page. I'm gonna forget names and everything again. But there will be a new baby soon. Did you hear?
No.
Oh,
Yes.
Your
One
wife
of
is
the-
pregnant?
No. I believe my wife's time for children is come and gone.
I
But he
don't know.
says,
Sorry, I don't know much about these things.
no, it's of course not. But he says, no, but let's see here. Demira Yelensky. Yes. She's pregnant. She's been pregnant for some time, and I believe she was having some of the pre-birth contractions soon. These could be nothing. My wife here is the midwife that is able to has been birthing many children in the village in the past. She said it could be still another week or two before the baby truly comes, but it's exciting times here. A new birth, the beacon is lit.
you say that name one more time. Sorry, Bob.
The young woman's name is Demira Yelensky.
Thank you.
Yes, and my wife, who's planning to deliver the baby, says it could be another week or two, but soon, very, very soon. She looks over again across the street. His wife again just has stood there like a statue. I just worry that she'll be ready for that. He kind of chuckles to himself. I'm sure she will.
Is there another midwife in the village?
Unfortunately, no, but we'll make do, won't we?
We
We'll make do.
certainly will.
Yes.
I have a favor to ask, Baron. Is there
Anything.
a room, a private room, I might be available for me to study and pray?
Certainly, there are some homes that are vacant.
There's not
Oh.
space in this home. Oh, which is there a home near here I can use?
Yeah, we could find you a home. Does it matter to you where in the town or no?
As close as possible to the Aurel's house.
Okay, maybe like a short walk of a few minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like something like maybe on the down the street, next block over, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he can do that for you. So at this point, he'll welcome you back and head back to his home. Try to get his wife, convince her to go inside the house, and we'll pause it here. At this point, we're going to touch on what would happen to Dione and what we're going to do now. So at this point, we're going to have opportunities for some downtime. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to have we've done it before is usually like a week's worth of time is downtime. And I want to bring up something because it's been a while since we played and, just going through all my notes again. There is something you can do on your downtime, obviously in addition to any of the other downtime rules. But the Tome of Strahd. The Tome of Strahd is something you found in the Amber Temple. It, if you want to spend a week investigating, reading through it, sort of looking for clues or things that could help you, in addition to just learning a little bit more about Strahd, his life, you have been able to discern that there are some paragraphs or passages that can help you maybe in the fight against Strahd, give you some sort of a in-game advantage, so to speak. Now, that advantage is not going to be obvious, but at the same time, I've been noting down which ones you have already investigated, and I can remind you of some of them. I'm not sure if that's something you even want to do and spend your downtime on, but with Michelle not being here, we thought maybe we'd split the group a little bit. Dione eventually, when as the week or so goes by, will suggest to head out of Kresk to head towards the werewolf den to try to get Zulika or Canas to help her, and she's going to suggest that she's going to take Camilla with her, and we'll have Michelle next time role play that. It'll be like the way we start the adventure. So we'll have her role play that, and then they'll be taking their leave. So Camilla and her will be leaving Kresk. And then the other option would be to do any other downtime activities. But let me just read to you the Tome of Strahd entries that you've uncovered so far. So far, a passage stuck out to you. Her laughter rings in my dreams, sweet, fleeting, and haunting as the dawn. I feel her presence, but I cannot reach her. It's as if her spirit mocks me still untouched by the dark. And you gain the sense that this is going to have some sort of a advantage to Strahd. Maybe if you were to reveal this or use this information, this passage, this quote against him, you feel like it would strike a nerve with him. You also learned that he wrote, "A ruler without an heir, a master bound to a cursed land. My blood ties me to nothing, save those that I have cursed to serve." And again, this one stuck out to you as perhaps something that could give you a hint as to a weakness of Strahd's. And then finally, in Barovia, people once prayed to powers unseen, but I am no god to be worshipped, and their faith is a hollow mockery. You get the sense that something along the lines of prayer can have a powerful effect against Strahd. And again, in-game benefit may come with this. So if you'd like to, one person can study the Tome of Strahd, and if you investigate or use insight into learning one of these secrets, a passage may stick out to you. It is going to take up your time, though, so it's up to you if you want to do that, but it's an option.
So I wanted to kind of I could share the Strahd, or somebody else could have it, but I did want to spend my time trying to tune to the sword and looking through the Tomb of Strahd for any hints about the sword.
Yeah.
So, Bob, I did mention something that I was thinking about doing. It actually, I don't think it's possible because it would take 2 weeks to make the item that I was hoping to do. So
we might be able to make that work, though.
Okay, but I'm just saying if everyone else has other things that they had in mind for downtime, I wouldn't mind taking the time to read the book instead of do the thing that I was discussing before.
Sure, that's fine. So we can maybe do both. Well, I also am fine. I'm fine narratively. Both,
that'd be great.
I'm fine narratively making something a little quicker if it fits into the schedule. I don't really care about that. What I care most, though, is because we are missing Michelle right now, and I really am looking forward to doing this little split. What happens in Crest during your downtime, and what happens with Dione during the downtime, especially when we get to the next session. I'm cool with us making the time frame work. It's not a big deal to me.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, we'll keep that in mind. I don't want to say what it is just yet, what you had in mind, because we probably won't get to that until the end, but maybe we'll leave some little clues as to what you're doing for the viewers.
Okay.
And Tim, what about you? Oh, sorry. Do you have something else?
I also want to try and make some holy water.
Ooh.
Which I can do as a paladin.
Okay. I love it. Let's do that for sure. Perfect.
And I think I would like to meet with, talk to, see if I can get a beat on the Burgomaster's wife, but also this Demir Yelensky, and kind of get a beat on her, because it feels like that feels like it's something. I want to know what's going on there.
I also want to pull Laurent aside just real quick after this whole conversation and be like, you don't really think that Strahd doesn't know where we are, right?
Oh, he absolutely 100% knows where we are, but I'm not going to tell them he knows where we are because I'm going to kick us out of town. We sort of say he 100% knows where we are.
I just assumed everyone in this place knew that Strahd knew where everyone was at all times.
I also think that they know that too, but you know what? If this makes them feel better, I also still tell the children that the Tooth Fairy exists. So
it was
what?
the right choice, Laurent.
By the way, your character can believe that if you want, although you have already seen many instances of people who live here that assume they're safe in some manner. Like in Vallaki, they all assumed they were relatively safe. The burgomaster there they haven't had an incident. It was one of those like, no Strahd incidents in X many days, right? And then all of a sudden turns, right?
I mean,
And
they
he
thought
shows
they
up.
were safe, but he was like living among them. Like their idea of like what's safe is just like ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. And actually, probably most people wouldn't know that even happened, right? Like they probably wouldn't have put two and two together. They're not like in the story like you are, where you're like investigating. So,
Like that doctor's crazy, huh? Anyway, vampires bad.
yeah, exactly. Okay, so great. So I've got a couple things. So this is perfect, by the way. I love all the suggestions that you're going to do. So Tim, you're going to check out Demira. You're going to also, what was the other thing you said you wanted to do?
Trying to comfort or at least get like a beat on. If the
wife.
burgomaster's wife is supposed to be the midwife, and she's kind of unstable herself. Feels like we're setting up a bad situation here.
Yeah, kind of love it. Okay. And then Rufus want to make some holy water and attune to the sword. And Canas, you're going to be maybe looking into the tome and trying to craft something. Great. Okay. I'm going to say this, just because narratively it'll be cooler that at the end of the week or two or week and a half or whatever the downtime ends up being, because you're waiting, of course, here for Esmeralda to essentially come get you. So for it to be narratively, all these tasks will probably, many of the tasks will complete, like that item you might want to create or the secrets in the Tome of Strahd. That might happen at the end of the rest here. But for now, let's close the scene out with holy water. I like this. Rufus. The next day, you wake up and you feel the need to make holy water. You get up. You have a home nearby that they've assigned to you, but you haven't really gotten a chance to go in there yet and set everything up. So right now, that home that's maybe on your to-do list today. But
Yep.
Irina, you all are staying in Orel's home and you make the most of it, but it's tight, cramped. There's goat's milk, cups left all over the place. Hard to like tiptoe out of here and get out of the house and without waking people. So, but you do your best. And Irina notices that you get up. And Irina says, "Where are you going, Rufus?" She like rubs the sleep from her eye.
I need the time alone for some prayer and reflection. I've organized with the burgomaster a place, a house. It's the next street over, opposite the one with the blue door, where I can study and reflect and try and find a way to bring this place away from Strahd. Just need to be alone for a time.
Fair enough.
I will
Fair enough.
stay there for a few days. Tell the others I am safe. In an
Will do.
emergency, you can come and find me.
Excellent. You want to go get? Is it you're trying to create holy water right now, or are you going to go to the house first?
Well, I'm walking towards the house. And
Yeah.
I'll go in, I'll get set up. I'll take the sword out. I really feel that this sword must be anointed in holy water. Water that can turn, maybe not physically turn, but its essence can turn to water from the River Gwaine, the holy river.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go out and I'll take a walk up to the healing pool. There was a healing pool, right?
Yeah, the healing pool.
And I'll collect some water from there.
Well, before you do, you get to the pool, which is on the northern end of the town. You pass all the homes that are now covered in a dusting of snow. The snow has stopped, but it's pretty much everywhere on the ground is snow. And you finally get to the edge of the pond there, the little pool, and you notice that it's not nearly as clear as it looked when you first saw it, weeks ago. In fact, it looks a little murky.
This pool seems to reflect the abbot's decaying soul. Maybe they can't get the water from here. Is there anyone around? I look around.
There isn't, but you do notice that the gazebo that was there's also a statue
Right.
in the gazebo that was of the Morning Lord that got struck when you all came here first. There was a explosion of lightning that came from it. It was like a big ordeal, and it was destroyed in that. It looks like somebody has attempted to repatch it, like it's somewhat put back together. Certainly in disarray and wouldn't be safe, you would imagine. You feel looks like anything could really knock it over, but it's somebody's in the process of repairing it. And there's even tools maybe still out and scaffolding or something like that.
Okay. But there's nobody around.
Nobody around. Mm-mm.
I resolve I'll come back later and try and speak to whoever's trying to fix it, maybe.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll work
Do
it
you
out.
still want to take any of the water or no?
It looks dirty. I'm going to ask around. As I walk back, I'll see if I see anyone to ask where they get the water from.
Yeah, so you look around. You feel like it's there's no way that there's this water would be usable. As you start to walk away from the pond, you notice that the area of the gazebo that you saw, there's some blood on the floor in the snow. You can on the ground in the snow.
Oh, I'll investigate.
You go over there and you can see it looks like area was maybe shoveled and then snow has refallen on it, and it looks like there's bits of blood that have been still exposed to the snow, and it looks like something was dragged the pool.
Oh. A body in the pool could... I think maybe somebody put a body in the pool.
Give me a perception check, see if you could see anything.
Yeah, I'll look into the pool. Only 6.
Yeah, you can't see. It's very murky, so I would say it's probably not even a chance that you could see it right now. It's also it's still very early morning. It's still relatively dark. It's you know, there would be light if there was sun here, but hard to tell.
I resolve to tell the burgomaster to investigate it.
Okay, so you start to head back.
Yep.
All right. Eventually, people start to wake up, and you do hear people moving about. What did you want to ask somebody? Something about
Where they get their water from, with the pool being so polluted.
and the first person maybe that walks out of their home, maybe the person who handles the chicken coop or something like that, comes out and is like, "What's that? You said the pool is all murky?"
Yes, where'd you get your water for with the pool all polluted?
This man is relatively young. He's probably just about as young as you are, much frailer than you, with the little winter jacket that he's got on. It's all beat up. It's nothing special, but it's the heaviest coat he must have. And he looks at you and says, "Yeah, we get our water from the pool. The pool's not murky. I drank from it yesterday, and my chickens, they all drank from it."
Look, come. Let me show you.
You must be mistaken, my friend. He
Let me
looks
show
over
you.
at the pool with you. What do you say when you get there?
Look at the water.
Oh, disgusting. I swear it wasn't like this yesterday.
There's blood here. Look on it. A drag mark.
Ugh. Oh, man. Maybe someone slaughtered a pig.
Can you see anything in the pool? It's too murky for me. Maybe your eyes are better than mine.
Oh, he looks, he's like, "It's so dark. Nothing like it was yesterday." He says, "Well, I ain't looking much further. I don't want to get stuck in there. It's cold."
Would you have a rod or something we could poke in? A pole?
Yeah, he'll go out. He'll get he maybe has something, I don't know, some sort of a broom or something that he could use to poke and prod around. Yeah.
Right.
He's doing it.
do
He'll hold. He's like, "Hold my hand," and you'll like
Yeah.
lean him over. Yeah.
I'll hold him. Yeah.
The guy's poking and prodding around. Now people are gathering, by the way. There's a lot of people like, what the heck's going on here? I'll let us switch over to the other side here. You all wake up and hear people, out about in the street. It's, maybe you woke up and are staying at home, but, Rufus went away, and even Irina would have told you what his plan was. So you don't think that he's in any trouble. But what are the rest of you doing with your first day now of your downtime?
If I, have my morning cup of tea, goat's milk, all that jazz, if I go outside, is the burgomaster's wife still kind of like around the graveyard burial area?
No, she stayed there all night.
I was gonna say, really?
And actually, I think I might mess with the timeline a bit here. So I said the first night of downtime. Actually, this probably wouldn't be your first night of downtime. This would probably be like into your downtime after Dione has left. I meant to coordinate the two times, but I didn't have my notes up. So yeah, so at this point, you're like into your downtime. You've been all trying to do the things that you've been wanting to do, whether it's chatting, doing things like that. So we'll say that maybe like, no, you know what? I don't want to take this from you. I want you want to talk to the wife, right? That's important.
Yeah, but
So
I mean, the time matters less than, that it happens. It could be the first day, it can be the fifth day, it can be whatever day works for this story. It wasn't
Okay,
like a
if that's
pressing
cool with you.
conversation.
Okay, that's fine. Again, just because we want Michelle to have her own time
Yeah,
doing
no,
this.
I mean,
So we'll
whatever
say
I
that
thought.
you've been resting and generally doing things. Maybe you have seen her but never had a good opportunity to like start a conversation with her. It just was not the right time. And same, Canas, you've been gathering materials for the item you want to create, looking over the tome, etc. And Rufus, you maybe set up your house at this point, and you haven't figured a way to attune to this weapon, and you're hoping that now the holy water would be the way to maybe do that, part of a ritual or something. And this is maybe, like I said, maybe a few days or a week into your downtime. We can decide exactly when, but when Dione leaves is when this happens, okay? So, yeah, so Tim and Canas, geez. Laurent and Canas, you wake up, you get to work on whatever activities you're doing, and you see that people are starting to walk towards the pool. And they say, hey, did you hear the pool's murky? And everybody's clamoring about it. Everybody's starting to walk towards the pool. More people that hear about it. You want to follow and see what's going on?
Yeah, I'll elbow Canas as we go and be like, everything's dirty. Look around the town, huh?
What about
Yes,
you,
Laurent.
Canas?
I think we should go check up on this. I hope it's not related to what you were looking into.
Oh, I hope not too.
But I fear it may be.
So you start walking towards the pool, and you can see now when you get close enough, Rufus is like holding this dude by the arm. He's got a broom in the other hand. The other man, he's poking into the pool, leaning over it, trying to, feel or look for anything. And then the man says, hey, I think I see something. And he tries to drag the end of the broom to like hook whatever he's got. And he pulls it, and eventually he's startled. He's, ah! And he lets go of your hand. He falls into the water. The broom goes flying. I mean, it's not that deep of a pool, but he stands up to his waist, and he's running towards the edge. And you can see now behind him, he has uncovered a body, a human female. She has dark hair, darker features, and she floats now to the surface. It looks as though her fatal wound is a wound to the neck. It looks like there's a big, huge cut or some sort of like gash on her neck.
Seeing the body float up, can we? Is it close enough to pull to shore?
You could probably pull it to shore now, yeah, if you wanted to. Just wading into your your knees or whatever and pull it out.
And then, is it the body that we recognize?
It is not. It is not a body you recognize.
Oh my god! Okay.
So it's not Demira Yelensky.
I was gonna say, is it the burgomaster's wife? Did she commit suicide, or did someone bump her off? Great.
It
news,
is
it's
not. It is
Perfect.
not.
Okay.
No,
Is the Baron here?
he's not here yet, but he'll probably be arriving shortly, as many people are now fleeing from the scene to go tell people and rush from it.
I'll tell someone to fetch the Baron.
The
Somebody-
Burgomeister.
Yeah, I think it's Burgo. He's a Burgomeister, I believe.
Burgomeister.
Either way, that's fine. Somebody's running off to fetch him. And the panic here, people are starting to cry. People are starting to say, who is it? Everybody's, this panic sort of sets in. Okay. And you pull the body out, and it's pretty obvious that that's the cause of death. Like, there is a huge wound on the neck. Give me a medicine check if anybody would like to inspect the body any further.
Yeah, I certainly would. How's a 11 on medicine check?
I got a 12.
Yeah.
She is dead. Yes. She is dead. And you would believe that the cut there is the culprit. Mm-hmm.
And does it look like a bite mark, like a werewolf?
Certainly not. No, it does not look like a werewolf nor a vampire bite, but because your medicine checks were so low, it's hard to tell. But you feel like that is clearly the cause of death, and it looks as though her like the blood has been drained from her.
I'm not a vampire.
Not a vampire. No, not that you would recognize.
I got a 20.
Canas is like, step aside, cracks his knuckles, goes up. D&D's a funny game. Okay.
Well,
So Canas,
I let those two do it first, and then it looked like they didn't know what the heck was going on.
that's right. So what do you do to inspect this body?
That's a good question. Well,
What do you check?
her skin, I guess.
Where?
Face, neck area.
Face and neck area. Here's what you notice. You rolled a 21 and it was a nat 20, right?
It was.
Okay, so here's what you're gonna do, a little like Sherlock Holmes here. You're like, well, it's really elementary, my dear Laurent.
Ink stains on her fingers.
Yeah, exactly. You'll notice something.
I'm doing a full body scan.
The full body.
We're doing an autopsy at this point.
You notice that the this victim, because of the waterlogging and sort of like the swelling of the skin, has made it hard for maybe most people to notice this, but there is some other bruising around the neck and like the eye, like she might have gotten hit in the eye. You also notice that there is a noticeable like resistance marks on her body, like arm like prints, like a handprint grabbing harshly around her shoulder or her bicep. Looks like there was a clear struggle here. And you also notice that she's wearing like commoner's clothing here, but much of it is ripped. And it looks like she might even have smaller lacerations around the rest of her body, like legs, torso, things like that. Like maybe like in a fight, if somebody had some sort of a weapon, it could have been used against her. Those are not grievous wounds, though. And then finally, a strange and odd thing you notice is that there is... Actually, this wouldn't be medicine check, actually. Never mind. I'm so sorry. I was about to tell you something. Well, I'll tell you anyway, because you rolled so high. You rolled nat 20.
Okay.
You'll notice something. There's quite a bit of dirt under the fingernails. Quite a bit of dirt.
Yeah.
Well, Canas, you see, that's she's in a pond. There's lots of dirt on her fingernails because she was in the bottom of the pond and we pulled her up.
Yes, but as a murky pond expert, the amount of dirt under these fingernails there's quite a lot of it. It's strange.
Laurent will check his own fingernails for comparison, and they are very clean.
Eventually, the
Canas
crowd...
checks his. There's dirt.
You check your fingernails,
Those are
they're
dirty
clean.
in mine. Mine are fake.
The name Petra gets thrown around from the crowd. That's Petra. Yes, that's her, Petra. The burgomaster will arrive on scene and is very concerned. Very concerned. He comes over and he says, "My goodness, it's Petra, the seamstress. What happened? Please tell me."
it it seems she was found already killed in the water.
The body had
Oh.
been dumped in the water.
Oh, terrible. I knew things were too good to be true. A week of peace and hope. Now, this. What are we to do?
When was the last time you saw Petra?
I can't remember. A day or two ago. I'm sure I've seen her around. He's like, I see everybody usually.
Oh.
I make rounds.
So, quite recently.
Yes, of course.
What, did anything seem strange or odd? Did you see Petra in an argument with anyone?
Not at all. Not at all. No. And she was so nice, so kind. Anytime you needed something hemmed, she did it. Yeah. At this point, everybody's saddened by Petra's loss, and some of the crowd will dissipate. Others will remain, especially people who were maybe, closer to her. She had no family, though. She was lived alone. She had no children. She was maybe like 35 years old or so, and she was the seamstress here for the town. You can barely tell, but I mean, she clearly was, a talented seamstress. As it seems like many of the people who she did work for now are sharing like clothes that she's, showcasing the clothes that she's helped repair or make or things like that. And she, her body is there just still on the shore. He says, Burgomaster says to you, well, let's get her somewhere where people don't see this. Come, we'll take her to my home. We'll see what we can do, where we can bury her.
I'll help the Burgomaster move the body.
Yeah, so you'll move the body, bring it in. Yeah, so a couple things noted about this. The wound was clearly like jagged, messy. It didn't look like a bite or fangs or things like that. There's no like puncture marks, like two puncture, none of that. It looked like the blood was maybe perhaps contained. Sorry, not contained. Jeez. Whatchamacallit? Drained.
Right.
And you didn't. You asked around. Petra had no enemies or things like that, but but that's all you know from the on scene. So what's the next steps here? Where do you want to go? As Laurent helps the Burgomaster bring her body back to his home.
When we get to the Burgomaster's house, I want to try something.
Okay. Laurent, Canas, and Rufus, do you want to go with him, or do you want to stay here and investigate or do something else?
You guys will hate it.
So maybe you should go alone.
I'm not sure yet. I wouldn't even know where to look to try to find out what the heck is going on with this dirt underneath her fingers.
I'm kind of at a loss.
I mean, we already walked around and questioned people. Did we do that?
You asked generally the crowd, like who she was,
Yeah.
general information, but you didn't talk to anybody specifically. Would you like to maybe talk to one of the neighbors?
Yes. I think I want to
Yeah.
go maybe next door to the, yeah.
How old did she look, by the way? I didn't get
30, mid-30s, yeah.
that. Okay.
Mhm.
I just follow Canas. I might need
Okay.
a day or two for the water to clean up.
Yeah, we'll work on that in a second. So, Canas, Laurent, we'll go to you first. As you head back to the Burgomaster's house, you'll, he'll enter with this and he'll say to his wife, Anna, I need to tell you something. And he like looks to you and like gives you like a reaffirming nod. I'll just be a minute, he says. I don't want her to be startled. You can see his home, Laurent. It's bigger than all the other homes. It's like triple the size of most of the homes here that you've seen. He did have a bigger family, but this house is now relatively empty compared to, for the two of them, I should say. You enter into some sort of like a foyer entryway, similar to the Burgomaster's house in the village of Barovia. they have like, doors barred and, windows covered with planks. They don't really allow for like a shutter or an open window, that sort of thing. And this place does not have an upper floor though. It's very, very, meager compared to the other mansions you've seen. But he clearly goes into one of the more sitting areas, or living room, some sort of area, and you can hear him talking to his wife. What do you do while you're there in like the foyer?
Is there like can I see like a kitchen table, like dining room area?
Sure.
I'd like to go into that room with the body. I'd like to sit the body up in a chair, facing the table.
Ooh.
Then I
Grim.
would like to sit across from the body.
Grim.
Because I'm going to do a speak with dead / seance.
Oh, sweet.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is so
I feel like
cool.
I want to give you a heads up before I start casting the spell, so if you need to, make
How
sure
long
that
does
I
it
don't want
take?
to blindside you. It lasts for 10 minutes, but I can cast it, let me double check that. I think I can cast it, the range 10 feet, duration 10 minutes. I can paste the text in the D20. If you
Yeah,
want.
please.
The corpse doesn't have to tell the truth, it can lie, all that jazz. So, but it's instantaneous and lasts for 10 minutes, essentially. And all I need is verbal semantic material and some burning incense. And I'm going to add some flavor text to my Taroka deck for the seance. Speak with that.
What does the
Right.
Taroka deck give you?
Nothing. Just for like flavor. When I cast with dead, or speak with dead, I want to put like 5 cards face down across the table, like Texas Hold'em style.
Mhm.
And I'm going to flip a card each time I ask a question because I get 5 questions, like we're playing poker.
Okay, so you're doing this quick though, right? Like you sit down, set her up, because the burgomaster could be coming in at any moment.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to take it well, and I definitely don't think Canas or Rufus would like this, so I'm really glad they're on here.
This is great. Okay, great. All right, so you lay out your 5 cards, and that'll be your 5 quote-unquote questions, right?
Yeah.
So what do you draw first? Do you have like a randomized deck? Is there a way to
I think there is in Roll20, actually.
see if you could do that? Can I come back to you then so we can
Yeah,
see
absolutely.
if you can, just to tie in the role play elements? It'd be fun.
Mhm.
Okay, we'll come back to you. The two of you start to head off into another direction, and you go to like her home, which is not far from the reflecting pool. Actually, it's actually, or the drinking pool. It's actually on that side of town. You get to her home, which is actually where she does all of her seamstress work, and you see one of her neighbors. There's an older woman, maybe like in her 50s. She has like a little whatchamacallit, not like a bonnet, but like something, covering her head, a little blanket covering her head, will help her from the cold. And she looks to you as you approach her home, and she says, "It was Petra, wasn't it? The body they found."
It was.
It was, yes.
Ah, sad. Truly a sad day.
Could you tell me more about Petra?
Oh, she
What was
was a breath of fresh air.
Why would anybody want to kill her?
Beats me. But I can tell you something about her, though. She would stand up to anybody and fight him if she had to. She had a spark in her. I bet you she gave whoever did that to her a nice 1-2. You know what I mean?
Has anybody around here had visible signs of injury recently?
Not that I know of, but, something she said a few days ago, it came right back to me when I heard that her body was found up there. I guess maybe like what? What do you think? Maybe like within half an hour has passed at this point? Something like that?
Yeah.
So the rumors came back to her at this point, this woman. She says, "The name's Olga, and I was long-time friends with Petra. I'd bring her everything to sew. Never charged me a copper. Never charged me a copper. I was about to say a dime. Never charged me a copper." Something she said a few days ago came right back into my head when I heard what happened to her. Strange things happen around here at nighttime. You aware? Remember the werewolf attack the other week? And we've always had people peeping toms. It's a thing here. Not sure why. She saw a hunched figure lurking around the burgomaster's home a few nights ago. Strange, right? She said, I saw someone. When I approached, they ran. Couldn't find them again. Strange.
That is strange.
Is there any hunchbacks in this village?
Not that I know of. So there is one hunchback that you know of. The mongrel folk.
And
Oh,
the
yes. And the abbey.
by the yeah, where the abbot is.
Mhm. Aren't you those heroes that lit the beacon?
Yes.
We sure are. We sure are.
Are you going to find out who did this to her?
We're gonna try.
We
I'm
are.
already thinking it could be those mongrel folk in the abbey.
Murder's not something that we see here very often. Usually out of our walls, we see the violence. Why
You
we don't
have
leave?
problems with the people up in the abbey?
Well, not that I know of. They've been closed up in there for decades. They don't come down here anymore.
The
Or
people
years.
in the village. The people in the village don't know there are strange mongrel folk in the
No,
abbey, do
but
they?
No, but they do know that something weird goes on up there. They hear
Yes,
howls
Of
and
course.
yeah. And I think most townsfolk probably believe that anything bad that happens in the town happens because of whatever's going on up there. It's a bad omen.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, Olga, for the information. I'm certain it will be helpful as we try to find out what happened to this seemingly wonderful person.
She'll obviously bid you farewell, hopes you do well. She wants to get justice for her friend, so anything else she can do to help, she will do so.
Does Petra look like Arena at all?
She's got darker features like her, but the face structure is not the same. Clearly she's older.
What if the abbot came down, Canas, to try and find a female face for his creation? He sent one of those mongrel folk. Perhaps he was looking for Arena, He said he would give us time, but I'm concerned for Arena.
You think the abbot is looking for Irina?
Yes, remember he wanted to use her face for his creation.
Yes, that is correct.
We
I did forget about that.
should consult Luca, Laurent about this.
Where is
Well-
Laurent?
Maybe we should go pay the abbot a visit. Might be a good idea to get Laurent first.
Yes, let's go
Yes.
get Laurent.
Definitely. And you start heading towards the burgomaster's house. You know that's where he was going. The rest of you, geez. Laurent, you flip over the first card. What is it?
Okay, so Bob, on D&D, you roll 20. There's a common deck with 40 cards and a high deck, which is like the high arcana. Do you care which one I use? Do you have a strong preference?
I want what you want.
Boy, we're gonna do the high deck then. The major
All right.
arcana. All right, so if
There
I
you go.
click on this, is it showing up in the bottom right corner, or is it only on my screen right now?
Let me see.
It's like on my screen. It's in the bottom right corner, right above.
I see it. Yep.
Okay, great. I'm gonna pull the first card then. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Oh. Artifact. What is this? Oh my god.
All right. So with the first card and the first question, I'm just gonna start easy. Who did this to you?
the body sitting there. It's again bloated, waterlogged. You could see the even though the blood has been like drained from her body, it still like has like the residual like blood mark stains all over her neck. It's all reddened and like I said, swollen. And this bloated corpse just, you know, opens its mouth and water and like pond scum and stuff like that spill out into the floor here. You can hear it dripping to the wood beneath the chair. And she says to you in a like deep, almost like underwater voice, when she says, "I do not know."
It's not helpful. I'll put the second one, the horseman.
Ooh, the horseman.
Second question, want to say, what's the last thing you remember?
I saw someone by the pond, near the gazebo. It was late. I was looking to fetch water. I had noticed the pond was murky. I went over and asked about why the pond was murky. The figure, cloaked, attacked. And more pond scum and other, you know, maybe even like some debris coming out of her mouth.
All right, two more. The raven. Oh, that's a good one. Is anyone else in danger, do you think?
Unsure. But possibly all of us. You hear from the other room, "Don't be alarmed when you see the body," and footsteps starting to walk towards the foyer.
Oh, God. All right. The donjon.
Oh, I got a dark one for you now. What's the next question?
Is there anything else you can tell me?
It's vague, but maybe.
Maybe, yes.
Maybe. Be specific, though. It's about what?
I want to know as much. What can you tell me about the person you saw? What can you tell me about the figure? Can you tell me anything else about the figure?
I was unable to see who it was, but this wound was done with his bite. Last question.
No, with that, I'll flip the 4 cards over and I'll just say fold, and that'll be the end of our speak with Dad.
Oh, that's it. You don't want to use your last one?
I mean, like, I feel like I'm running out of questions, running out of time here.
You hear footsteps walking. You close it up. The body slumps over and the chair falls to the floor. And
Just quickly
the
shove
burgomaster
the cards back up and let the body slide.
Yep, and the burgomaster and his wife just walk in. They go, "Oh." She's like shocked, and he's like, I know. It's hard to look at." And he looks at you for help. He's like, "Come here, please. Let's move the body somewhere else."
Yes, of course, and I will immediately put the cards back in my pocket, jump up, and help the burgomaster move this young girl's, bloated CBD body, wherever he wants to move it to.
And you could see, even though the burgomaster's wife kind of gasped, she's just staring now at the dead body. She's just looking at it, her eyes connecting with its eyes. As you lift up the body and it's shaking, you look up at her, and all she's doing is staring right into the eyes of the body. And we're going to pause it here. Nice work, everybody. Next time, Curse of Strahd. We'll be back next week, and we'll have Dione here, and Dione will be going on her own little trek to see if she can conquer her fear of the moon, and the murder mystery of Kresk will continue. Till then, though, please check everything else out in the description. Check our Discord. That's where we'll update everybody with new information if there's any changes in schedules or whatnot. Until then, though, we'll see you on the tabletop. Stefano, it's good to be back in color right now. You feel good?
I feel great. I feel like a beacon was just lit near me.
A
There's
beacon was
warmth.
lit.
warmth and hope has returned.
And Rufus has something warm in his backpack that he can't figure out. Good thing it's not on your belt or on your hip or anywhere near your pants. That'd be better.
Yeah, it's definitely not in my pants.
And Tim, careful with bodies you talk to here, okay? These undead can be rather dangerous in these parts. But we'll see what's to come. Thank you for watching, everybody. It's been a great episode. Tune in next week for episode 3. We'll see you on the tabletop. Bye.